Today we see statements, control statements, and loops of VB.NET. So, what is a statement in VB Visual Basic? A statement in VB Visual Basic is a complete instruction. That means it contains a keyword, operator, variable, constant, and expressions. So there are three types of statements out there: declaration statement, executable statement, and assignment statement. So what is declaration statement? So declaration statement means, see this example, we have declared an integer variable, dim number as integer. So that means here number is a variable, integer is a data type. So if you declared a variable, then that statement is called as declaration statement. Executable statement. So what is executable statement? See this example. What are all the statements performs an action? So that is called executable statements. So in this example, that is if condition, the printing statement, console.writeLine, console.readLine. These are all the statements which belongs to executable statement, because these statements will perform some action. Then assignment statements. So assignment statements means if you have assigned value to a variable, so that is called an assignment statement. So in this example, we have declared an integer variable called a, and we have assigned 10 to that a. So here it is called as assignment statement. Okay. Next, control statements. So what are all the control statements supported by VB.NET? If then else, if then else if, and select case statement. So we will see one by one. So what is if then statement? If then statement means it contains only one condition. If the condition is true, then the control will get into the true block. If suppose the condition is not true, so immediately the control will it will not get into the block. Rather than that, it will execute remaining code of your program. So that means in if then statement only one block will be there, that is true block. If condition is satisfied, then control will get into the block. Otherwise, it will execute remaining code of your program. See this example. So in this example, we have declared a string variable str, and we have assigned kjc. So in if condition, we are checking whether kjc, that is the value which you have assigned to str is equal to kjc or not. If it is equal, the control will get into the block. Otherwise, it will not get into the if then statement. But in this case, we have given kjc to str. Of course, it is true. So automatically control will get into the if then statement, and it will execute welcome to kjc. Then the remaining code will get executed. See the output we got welcome to kjc and plus any key to exit. So that means in if then statement contains only one block, that is true block. If condition satisfied, the control will get into the block. Otherwise, it will not get into the block. Another concept is if then else statement. So that means in if then else statement, true block will be there. That is true block and false block. If our given condition is satisfied, if our given condition is true, then control will get into the true block. If our given condition is not true, then control will get into the false block. So what are all the code you have given inside the true block, or what are the code even given inside the false block? Based on the condition, it will get execute, and it will exit from the if then else statement. Say for example, here we have declared num as an integer variable, and we are retrieving value for num by using console.readLine. Suppose if we gave 6 for num, and in if condition we will check num mod equal to 0 or not. That means if for num we gave 6, so 6 mod 2 equal to 0. Of course, it's true. So automatically control will get into the true block. So inside the true block, we have written, we are simply displaying console.writeLine, it is an even number. So we will get output, it is an even number. And immediately the control exit from the entire if then else statement, remaining code will get executed. Suppose if you have, instead of even number, if we gave an odd number, so for example, if we give 5 for num, what it will do? It will check 5 mod 2 equal to 0, true or not. Of course, it is not true. So automatically control will get into the false block. In false block, we have written console.writeLine, it is an odd number. So we will get it is an odd number. So based on the condition, if it is a true, the control will get to the true block, and what are all the code we have written inside the true block will get executed. If your given condition is not true, not satisfied, what it will do? The control will go to the false block. It will execute all the statements which are given in the false block, and it will exit from the if then else statement. Next, the third concept is if then else statement. Suppose if you want to check more than one condition. If you want to check more than one condition, in that case, we will go for if then else if statement. So here, first we will check the condition. If condition is true or false. If condition is true, then control will get into the true block. Suppose if condition is not true, then it will go to the else if condition. That means second condition it will check whether the condition is true or not. If condition is true, the control will continue to get into the that particular block. It will execute all the statements and it will exit from the entire if then else if statement. Suppose if second condition also not true, then control will goes to the another condition to check whether it is true or not. So likewise, you can add n number of conditions. So this is the advantage of using if then else if statement. See this example, here we have declared integer variables m1, m2, m3, m4, m5 and per. So by using a console.readline, we are retrieving value for m1, m2, m3, m4, m5 and finally we are calculating percentage for all these retrieved values. Suppose if you have suppose if we gave 23, 12, 56, 22, 45 as a value for m1 to m5, and if we calculate a percentage for this, based on the percentage, we are displaying some message. Say for example, in this program, if our calculated percentage is greater than or equal to 70, then we are printing first division. Suppose less than or equal to 70 and less than 70 and greater than or equal to 60 means we are printing second division. Suppose if that condition also not true, then control will goes to the third condition, percentage greater than or equal to 50 or not. If that condition is true, then control will get into the block and it will execute third division. Suppose if that condition also not true, then again it will go to the another condition. So likewise it will go. But in our in this example, we gave 23, 12, 56, 22, 55. So the output here we got failed. Why we got failed? Because the percentage what we got here is less than 40. So that's why if less than 40, here we have printed failed. So that's why we got output as failed. So depending upon the condition, we will that the control will get into that particular block and it will execute the code. So when we will use if then else statement, if you want to check more than one condition, in that case we will go for if then else statement. The next, select case statement. So what is an advantage of using select case statement? So select case statement also we can use to check more than one condition. It is we can say we can use the select case statements alternative for if then else statement. So instead of using an if then statement, if we use the select case statement, we can avoid complexity. Suppose if you want to check 2-3 condition means we can go for if then else. More than 3-4 more number of conditions if you are checking means in that case we can go select case statement is the best choice. It will avoid confusion, it will avoid complexity. So in this case what it will do, it will check the condition one case by case. If case one is true, then control will get into that particular block and it will say execute all the statements given in that case one, and after executed all the statement, the control will goes to the end. So likewise, it will check one by one. Suppose if case one is not satisfied, it will go to case two. If case two is not matched, then it will go to case n. So case 3, case 4, case 5. So till how many number of cases we have written, how many number of conditions we have written, it will check all the conditions. Suppose if all the conditions are not satisfied, then automatically it will execute the code which you have written inside the default block. It is an optional one, whether if you want to add or not. If you added the default block, if none of the condition is satisfied, automatically the code which you have written inside the default block will get executed. Otherwise, it will simply exit from the select statement. See this example. So here we have created a string variable called days. So for days, we have assigned THU or Thursday. So select case days. So here days contains Thurs. So first case, what we are checking, we are checking whether MON is equal to the THU or as Thurs. No, of course, no. Condition not satisfied. So automatically control goes to the second case. So in second case, what we gave DUE. So of course, this case also not satisfied. Then next it will check another condition, that is WED. So WED is equal to THU or S is true or false. Of course, it is not true. So automatically the control will goes to the fourth case. So in fourth case, we gave THU or S. Of course, it is equal to the value which you have given for DAYS, that is days string variable. Now, automatically the control will get into the fourth case block and it will execute all the code which you have written inside the block. Of course, in this example, we have given only one statement, that is by using a write line statement, we are printing today is Thursday. So that's why you can see the output right hand side, today is Thursday. So after executed this statement, immediately the control will exit from the entire select case statement and remaining statement it will get executed. So what we did here, we are executing, press any key to execute. So this is what the advantage of using select case statement. The thing is, select case statement and if then else if statement both are used for multiple conditions. If you want to check more number of conditions, in that case, instead of selecting if then else if, you can select case statement. Is a better option. And nested select case statement. Nested select case statement means if you used one select case statements within another select case statements, the concept is called as nested select case. So in this example, for every inside the single case, we have used another we have included another select case statement. So that's why it is called as